All right, folks, welcome back. We'll continue our conversation with Tamika Mallory. Tamika, lots of pressure being put on two Republican United States senators, Susan Collins of Maine, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska. And neither one has said how they're going to vote. Claire McCaskill, the senator from Missouri, she's already tweeted she's going to vote against Kavanaugh. She, of course, is facing a very tough test. You have Heitkamp in Montana as well. Doug Jones in Alabama. There was a lot of talk Saturday night at the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation dinner as to how he was going to vote, and a lot of black folks said they are concerned as to that he may decide to vote for Kavanaugh, knowing full well to appease conservatives in his state.
I think that would be very foolish of him. I think that he ought to know who put him in that position, and if he does that, he will definitely pay the consequences and repercussions of that. I mean, I think the reality, Roland, is that we have to be very serious at this point. We as voters, we as American citizens, we have to understand that the Republicans, they actually have the power at this point, and they could, in fact, get it done. But just because they have the power to get it done doesn't mean that we don't have the power to show up and make sure that they feel what decision they made against the American people's wishes.
And what type of things are you doing? Is Women's March doing? Are you calling? Are you faxing? Are you emailing? You know, what are you doing?
So we've asked people, of course, to call their senators, and particularly to focus on those that you named. We've been very specific about calling Maine and Alaska, staying on those particular senators. And I think also, I mean, we've been doing the protests, and we know, folks, not everyone has to get arrested. People have just been showing up. But we've also been focused very seriously, as you and I talk about all the time, on the midterm elections. We cannot just sit back and only focus on this one issue. We may not win here, although we do believe that there is a chance that Kavanaugh may have to withdraw, that this hearing, this testimony may be so strong that that the outrage around the country may put the pressure on him to have to withdraw. And we hope that the senators do the right thing. We've seen many of our folks who are there, in terms of Senator Kamala Harris and and Senator Cory Booker, doing a good job of trying to hold the line, but it may not work. But we do have other forms of recourse, and I think we have to be focused on making sure that we don't just lay down on this, that we continue to work throughout November, and we've got a long stretch thereafter.
Have white women finally woke up?
Well, there are many who are, and you know what I have to say. Yes, there was a 53% problem. And I still think that 53% is not really as active as they should be. But there is a 47% there. And when we talk about that, let's just be clear, 53% of white women who voted in the election voted for Donald Trump. But there was a 47% who did not. And we've been working with these women and trying to organize with them. So, yes, they woke up, but I cannot let our women off the hook. It's not just about white women and what they're doing, because I've had a number of people ask me, are the white ladies, when all of this is said and done, our communities will be impacted the most. Black folks and Latino folks and just people of color are the ones who will suffer the consequences of whatever happens, from the Supreme Court level all the way down to the local level. And therefore, we have a responsibility to show up as well.